Good morning and welcome back to Tamakoa Homestead. The sun has literally just started peeking over the mountaintop over there. Absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, another windy day. It seems like autumn is windy season here by us, which is a good learning, but it's nonetheless something that I need to get used to, especially when it comes to planning and planting new fruit trees, because if this is our windy season, yeah, I need to be careful. But the sun is just glorious on my face. It's only 5 degrees, so it's nice and chilly. And today I want to focus yet again on everything water. Why? Because water has been so frustrating for me, and we got to go ahead to start building, so I need to make sure that we have water, good water, steady supply of water, clean water, everything water. So today I'm going to inspect the lines that I put in, the filter, the what do you call it, the water meter, absolutely everything. I also managed to find a super awesome little water tester, little portable water tester. So I'm going to feature that a little bit later. We're going to run some tests, see how that does, and hopefully our water is drinkable. So let's do an initial inspection, see where we're at, and take things from there. First, I'm going to take in this glorious sunrise. Houston, we got a problem. This water is gonna be the death of me. No water again. No water again. But there is a very big but. My neighbor's sharing the same line as what I am, and the pressure coming out of there is wild. Like originally as we had it, it's like spraying all the way. So it means there's water in the pipes. What I previously did with the drilling seems to be working, but my system is broken. And I think my system is broken because I have a water meter and a filter. And out of interest sake, what I did is I ran a survey, a poll on my YouTube channel, on my comment, on my post section, to ask you whether you thought that having an inline filter and a water meter, or just an inline filter, would reduce the pressure on your pipes. 47% of you said yes, it will. 40% of you said no, it won't, and the remaining said I'm not sure. So for me, that's inconclusive, so I need to make some changes. I've already opened the filter and it's covered in this gunky goo, which for me right now, right here, is not ideal because I can't keep changing the filters and the water hasn't even been flowing, so that's not ideal. It has been standing for 2 weeks, so it's probably partly due to that, but I need to be able to have free-flowing water, irrespective of if it's slightly blocked or not. So what I'm going to do is 2 things. I am going to bypass this little system I created with the water meter and the inline filter. And I'm just going to go with a straight old pipe straight out of the main feeding pipe to see what that does. Then, secondly, is up at the very top, and I'll take you with me. I'm going to wrap the pipe where I drilled the holes in bidum cloth. And that's a type of cloth, very porous cloth that will let only water through, but nothing else. So it'll keep all of the fine organic material out. It'll actually be a really good filter, and you can potentially even wrap 2 or 3 times around it, depending on how bad the water is. This wind. This wind is insane today again. We get behind a tree. Oh, okay. Slightly behind a tree. No, that's not working. Oh, these storms, like literally the amount of storms coming through here is insane. And prior to any storm, the wind is just crazy. So I'm just gonna duck down behind the car quickly. Oh, okay, now you should be able to hear me. Okay, so I'm going to wrap the cloth up at the top in bidum cloth. That is, like I said, highly porous for water, so only water will come through. And I'm going to do the whole pipe. I might even drill a few more holes just to make sure that we're good on pressure. But I checked my neighbor's pipe, and that thing is full pipe, full flowing, just. So I'm going to put in my own, see how that goes. And who knows, maybe what we can end up doing is just using the bidum at the top, bypass completely the water meter and the inline filter here. And then when we get to the point of needing water filter at the house, then we can do that. We can just put the filter at the house, which is different. But I want for my fruit orchard, things like that, I'm not too worried about filtering. I just need water flow and consistent, good pressure flow. So let's problem solve together once again. I'm gonna have to do a post water video which summarizes everything I've done once I get it to work, because this has been a crazy off-grid water adventure. But yeah, let's call it an off-grid water journey, because it is a journey. We're learning and we're making mistakes, and we're learning and continuously improving. So let's see if we can improve on this and actually get it to work today. Bypassed. I hurt my thumb last week and I keep pulling the scab off. But did you see how much water came out of there? So I'm pretty sure that this was a water meter and water filter problem. The water is gushing out of here. Back to normal. There we go, got our vertical pressure back. Everything's working like it should. Whew, okay, so that's exciting. It's obviously just some air coming out of the system. But that means we're good. And it means the 47% of you that said inline filters drop pressure were right. And I think the big mistake I made is to have an inline filter right behind the water meter. So obviously the water goes through the water meter, slows it down a bit, then goes through the inline filter, which pushes the water up, filters, and then pushes it down. And I just broke the flow completely. Yes, okay. Now I'm just gonna let it run, test it, and then what we're gonna do is get that bitumen cloth. Her bottle's in the car, my boy.
Wait.
In the car. And then put the filter on the top so we don't have any gunk coming through and potentially blocking up the pipeline. Let's go and get that bitumen cloth wrapped so we have a filter, and hopefully we have off-grid water for our homestead then finalized. Let's see what happens. I am currently busy hiding behind the car because the wind is out of control today. The camera's blown over so many times and I really don't want to break this. So the pipe is wrapped, but there's no water coming out. And I suspect it's because the pipe was out of the water and with the air release valves, it just sucked air. So I'm gonna leave it. And next time I come back, we're gonna see again. So I'm really hoping the air lockers do their thing and the water's going to trickle into the bitumen pipe. The pipe is going to trickle and hit the end, fill up, and as it fills up, it pushes against the air lockers, locks the air pressure, and then it goes from one air locker to the next, to the next, to the next. That's what I found happens. If you have it open, you never build up pressure because they just trickles, and with the air lockers drop, which means you constantly suck air into the system. So you need to close all your end points off so that the water can trickle, block, and then start filling up until they hit locker for locker for locker and it locks. That's when you can test. So it's a bit windy to just hang around for a couple of hours and just see what happens. I'm fully confident it's going to work because the amount of pressure we got, the system works. It's just a matter of, does the bitumen cloth work, or does this also now block up the system? I guess you'll have to wait until next time. So thanks for joining me on another one of my adventurous days. Thank you for being a subscriber and for following this journey. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. And there are many ways you can support us. We love our coffee. You can buy us a coffee. You can head over to Patreon. You can become a member. So many awesome ways to support us. But until next time, stay safe and happy homesteading.